Hi Pisces, welcome to your December 2019 love reading. It's Raina here. You're the last sign that I'm doing in this love reading series. I was kind of kept from doing the rest of these in a more timely fashion because I came down with a cold right around Thanksgiving. So here I am, the one that you love, and I'm just shuffling the cards. This is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. This is the back. I've been showing the back just so you get a feel for it. And okay. Oh, and I should say that this reading is for single Pisces people and those in relationships. But relationships that are not very good. Which makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, if you're in a great relationship, no need to watch these. This is for people who are, you know, struggling in their relationships. Oh, cool. As a matter of fact, oh wow, you know, I just thought of something. I wonder, I just did the love reading for Aquarius, and I got a King of Cups, and I was thinking it was Scorpio, but maybe it was you, because you got the Aquarius card. So the heart of the matter is the Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm tempted to recycle a title that I used for Scorpio. I think it was last month. It was funny, and it was great. I wouldn't call it clickbait because it was really what it was, but I said, that boy ain't right. And I just keep laughing thinking about it. But yeah, the Knight of Swords in reverse is a male energy that is immature, very chaotic, leaves a trail of destruction behind them. And this may be, you know, the love of your life. If you're in a relationship with this person, you may not see them very much. They may come in and out of your life, but you still find yourself drawn to that person. If you're single, this may be your type. And therefore, it's one of the reasons why you are single, because this type of person cannot settle down. Even the Knight of Swords upright has trouble with that. In the past position, we have the Five of Swords. This is an interesting depiction. These cards are pretty faithful to the Rider-Waite deck, but I notice in this deck, all of the swords are by this person, and you see there are people in the background. Sometimes this card, you know, one of the interpretations is of an empty victory, so you win the battle but you lose the war. In a love reading, what this could be is, let's say that you are having a relationship with this Knight of Swords in reverse, and maybe you didn't even find out that this person was married until you had gotten into the relationship, and by then you were all in, and then you were kind of like, I don't care if they're married, I'm going to be the one that they come to. And maybe they leave their marriage for you. And then all of a sudden you have this troubled person on your hands 100%. Maybe the wife was like, you know, good riddance. I don't care if this person is not in my life. And the thing about it is, this happens, you know, where, here's another thing too, is that idea of, you know, those people that they cheat And that's how they, begin the relationship, because they're in some kind of an affair. And then they're like shocked when this person does it to them. And, we think of celebrities, and people love, when these celebrities get their karma, because they think, well, you were a homewrecker and now you have to face the consequences. It doesn't have to be that heavy, but it could simply be that you thought that, by being the one that this person ended up with, that you had won something, and now you may realize that this person drains you very easily. The other thing too is that the Five of Swords can indicate deception and cheating. And you may have realized this, but you're still with this individual for whatever reason. There's something about them that compels you to stay. The higher message is the Knight of Cups. And I think that, this is saying that this is what you're really longing for. But for whatever reason, you're getting yourself involved with somebody who can't be that person. Notice how they're both knights. So even when we look chronologically about a certain age group, like let's say you're in your late 20s and you're a woman, a heterosexual woman, and you're at the point where you feel like, hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting married. I wouldn't mind starting that phase of my life. But the person that you happen to be interested in is incapable of commitment. They kind of seem to create a lot of chaos wherever they go, and they just push away the idea, and that may make you even more wanting it. And you don't understand because you're perfectly willing to commit to the relationship. You have to find somebody who is on the same page. You can't take somebody who is maybe in a very tumultuous time in their life and get them to be other than what they are. Just like nobody can do that to you either. What crosses you is the Eight of Wands. So this can feel like, you might feel like a lot of pent-up energy, like you just want to get it on. You just want to find your soulmate, and you feel like you're being thwarted. You feel like the universe is blocking you somehow. Well, it's possible that there may be somebody. It's interesting because I'm thinking like in terms of what is your fifth house. Your fifth house is Gemini, Aquarius. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of. I just did Aquarius of Pisces. Right now, your fifth house is Cancer, where the North Node is transiting Pisces. So basically, what this can mean is that there is the possibility, if the last year hasn't given you any opportunities to meet a potential soulmate, you still have about 6 months left, or 5 months left, because the North Node will change into Gemini at that point. And the way that the North Node transits, it's what we would say backwards. And so it's starting at, now it's at Cancer, and then it's going back to Gemini. So it's going to go into your fourth house. And but you need to kind of keep your ears and eyes open. You can't just expect somebody to knock on your door. And with the Eight of Wands feeling stymied, feeling held back, it's a good time to look at your own attitudes. When there's nothing you can do in the outside world to make that change happen. Although, who knows, try to do, maybe you need to say a mantra or something that attracts love to you. Who knows? Maybe there are some ways you can do that. But you also have to let go of resistance, because that could be the biggest factor coming in between you and finding the person you ultimately belong with. What's coming in is the Hangman. This can be if you're currently in a relationship with somebody who can't commit. You may decide just to release the request, and well, what's the phrase I always say, like release a request. No, but there's a phrase, let go of resistance. The Hangman is about surrender. That's what I'm looking for, the word surrender. Surrender sometimes gets a bad rap. People think it means I give up. No, it does not. It does not mean that you give up on your dreams. It means that you surrender the need to know how it's going to happen. You just kind of like trust that if it's meant for you, it's going to be there. And that's the absolute truth. If you're meant to do something or to be with somebody, you're not going to have to engage in any kind of like a fight. Like with the Five of Swords, I can see like having to take somebody else's swords from them. You don't have to take somebody away from somebody else. If you feel like that sense of like, yeah, I was able to get this person to come to me, like I took this person from this other person, and feeling a sense of pride about that, well, not really, because I guarantee you that a lot of people who have done that very thing, they live in constant anxiety because they feel like they don't really trust that person. They know full and well that that person was cheating on their partner with them. So how can they trust them? The Hangman is about saying that you trust in the universe. That's all, that you trust in God. You don't need to have some kind of a contract that certain things are going to be guaranteed in your life. You're willing to trust the mystery. And by letting go, I guarantee you, well, I shouldn't guarantee anything, but I believe that you will be more likely to achieve your goals. The outcome is the Star card. So again, as I stated before, I actually just did Aquarius, and there was a water sign person in their final two, one of those cards. And so to me, that could be that you're involving yourself with an Aquarius. The Star card can be that you're being guided by your spirit guides, or perhaps your like a loved one who has crossed over has been helping you and pushing you, nudging you in a certain direction, and you may feel like hopeful again in life. Maybe you've been through a lot. Even if you're still involved in a relationship with somebody who you feel like is draining you, with the Star card, you may feel a sense of hope that you can, end this relationship in a way that is going to be very peaceful, that you're going to feel free afterwards, Pisces, and that kind of thing. So it's all good. And I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a personal reading, there's an example of one of my personal readings linked below. My website is rainamoonastrology.com. Take care. Bye.